Yeah, it would not start. Did some work off camera. Sorry guys. Anyways, the Lexus. I'm gonna start on that this weekend. Hopefully. Sent the ECU out. This service supposed to get 2 program keys back with the ECU. I guess I was a little excited about finding it. I didn't really read into it too much. Got the ECU back. Got my 2 program keys. And I don't know if you're seeing this. They are programmed uncut keys. So now I gotta find a dealership to cut these. What I did off camera was I went and put the ECU back in, and I also put the battery in that I've had on the charger. Didn't hook it up yet though. My positive terminal kind of started falling apart. So I'm gonna put a new terminal on that. But I reached out to that Lexus dealership again. I really didn't want to, but I did. Got some other guy on the phone. I said, I need these keys. I got them programmed. Did a service online where I sent the ECU out. They flashed it for the new keys. I got 2 keys, but they're not cut, so I had to have it cut to the VIN. The guy was like, yeah, we can do them. Unfortunately, they're not open tomorrow. But he said he would see what he could do. Got off the phone with him. I called another place. There's a Toyota dealership in Johnstown, which is about the same distance, about a 2-hour drive from me. They looked up the VIN number and they confirmed they got the key code, and there's a place right down the street where they have keys cut. So they got the key code for me. It's good for 48 hours. So I'm going there tomorrow morning because they are in. And I'm going to have I'm going to have 1 key cut to make sure it's right and that it's good. You know, that way if it's not, then I'm going to have to pull the ignition and see what the code is on the ignition and try to figure it out from there. I'll at least have 1 cut, and if it works, then I can go to the local hardware store, get the other 1 cut, plus I got a remote key that I will need to program, but having that I have programmed keys now, I can do this myself. In the meantime, the other Lexus dealership in Mechanicsburg called me back, and the guy was on the phone. He said, yes, we can in fact do it, and all the stuff we need. And I heard the guy that I talked to last time in the background. I hear, does he have genuine keys? And I'm like, oh, here we are with this guy again. So then he picks up the phone and he goes, what is this service that you had done? And I said, I sent the ECU to a Lexus dealership in New York, and they programmed the keys. Well, if they're not genuine, I said they are genuine, and I hung up the phone because I'm like, I ain't dealing with this guy again. That guy will probably also be upset because I don't have genuine Lexus tires, but I did get brand new tires. So website I use every now and then, it's bestusedtires.com. And normally you can get used tires on there, but they also sell new tires. I got these are brand new tires, an off-brand. A lot of they sell, you know, brand name, but they also sell like off-brands that you never heard before. These are an off-brand tire, but they are brand new. They are full way HP 108s. These were, I want to say, $55 a piece. They're going on the Lexus. I was hoping to have it here today, but when the keys came and they weren't cut, I didn't have time after work to run and get them cut. So that's going to happen tomorrow morning. Hopefully. I'm crossing my fingers that it'll fire right up, but I do not know. I'm still gambling at this point. It does run. It's legal. I have a plate for it. I'm going to run it back here to the house, and we're going to start working on it. So anyways, we're going to do that tomorrow morning. I'm going to stop recording for now. I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright, check this out. Did some cleaning last night. Got bored. Started moving some stuff around, putting my tools away. I still have some cleaning to do, but tools back in the toolbox. I got to clean the workbench. If any of you guys out there have a blown up pit bike, let me know. I cannot find one. I can find the four-wheelers. I don't want a four-wheeler. I don't want one of them little four-wheelers. There's too many junk parts on them. The dirt bikes actually hold up a little bit better. So, like, This thing has great compression and everything seems to work on it. I just need a bike to put it in. All right, so enough of goofing around. I got up at 6 o'clock. It's almost 7 now. I'm gonna hit the road. We're headed to Johnstown. It's like a 2-hour drive, so I can get a key cut that's non-guaranteed it's gonna work.
All right, let's go.
The real kicker is, I'm turning up here to head towards that dealership. I'm about 20 minutes out. I'm passing the Copart that I bought it from. All Coparts are over an hour away from me, so I'm passing the one that I bought the car at to go get a key made for it, and then I'm gonna head the whole way back home. This place doesn't open until 9 o'clock. It's a quarter after 8 and I'm here. It was a shorter drive than I thought it was. And the guy that I talked to said he would be here at 8 o'clock. It looks like the doors are open, so I'd imagine they're here. So I'm gonna see if I can go in and get this taken care of. Very, very nice dealership. Guy was very helpful. He got me my key code. Now honestly, I could take it anywhere and have it cut, but there's a place just down the road he says pretty reliable. So I'm going to take my key code down there. But that fails, I still have a second key. I can take it and go get it cut. Let's go down the road. I'll go to this locksmith or wherever it is here and have one cut. It's a center cut, so it's a little bit more pricey to get a cut. I think it's like 20 some bucks, but it's really, that's not too hateful. I'll deal with it. So let's head down the road. I already confirmed that the key works because it worked in the door. So now we're going to see how many miles. 143. A little bit more than what I expected, but still not bad. Fired right up. Believe it has a oh, we do have a check engine light. It's a dead miss. But I planned on servicing it and everything.
I ain't gonna miss the things you got for me. There's beauty in the mess, you where I ought to be. Why be so stressed? I know you're watching me. Cause I don't need a life.
Already took it for a run down the road. It actually runs decent. The front cylinder, the very front cylinder is the one not firing. I could put my hand on the header pipe after it warmed up a little bit. The other ones were pretty hot. So get this thing in the garage and we'll start wrenching on it. Alright, so because of cylinder 1 misfiring, I also think I have an exhaust leak right around in this area, but the car does run and drive fine. It shifts really good, so I mean, I'm gonna get it to the house and we're gonna have to go over this thing and figure this misfire out. Might just need a plug, might need a coil. If I'm putting a coil in it, I'm probably gonna put all 6 coils and wires and everything in this, and that way she's all serviced up. Finally brought my trailer back to Jerry's. That's his Nova. If I remember right, it has a 454 in it, not a 350 like it says on the side. But I hear it's pretty mean. I've never seen it run, but he has it out and has it cleaned up. I'd love to see that thing run. Anyways, I was gonna get drone footage of the Lexus, but being that it's not running right, I didn't really want to you know, video me running it down the road and burnouts, whatever. I wanted to burn them old tires off, but I guess maintenance comes first. I have a suspicion that the front cylinder is missing because they spilled oil down in the spark plug hole. Because you can tell somebody spilled oil, putting oil in the filler cap, and I can pull the cover up a little bit and I can tell there's oil down all over the spark plug. So I'm wondering if that's why it's not misfiring, but put some new plugs in it. We'll clean everything up. We'll see if it runs better with new plugs in it. If it doesn't, then I'm going to put all new coils in as well. Alright, so what I can tell you already is we have a bad coil pack. Either that or we're not getting signal to that coil pack, but these all look to be original. I don't see any of them that were replaced. If you look at these coil packs, each one runs 2 cylinders. So the one that runs number 1 cylinder, which I have it down in there right now, right there is the wire. It runs to the back coil, and it doesn't look like it's new. So about the only way you can really diagnose that to be for sure is to swap it out with another one. But we're definitely, that plug doesn't look old. It's in there. It actually looks like somebody put a new plug in there, but we'll probably change the plugs out. I got to get coils. I'm going to see if I can get coils local, and we'll put all 3 on. If that's the case, the intake plenum has to come off to get to the spark plugs. No big deal. It all looks relatively easy to get at on this engine. Everything's right there. But as for right now, I'm going to go get these other keys cut. Like I said, the timing belt looks great. No dry cracking at all, if it's focusing on that. You can see there's no dry cracking. Everything looks to be in really good shape inside of here. I really didn't want to accept that half of the coil was bad, but that's exactly what's going on. That back cylinder is firing. I checked it for spark. We're getting spark to the back cylinder and all the other cylinders. I checked to spark right out of the coil to eliminate the wire, and we are not getting anything out of the coil coming to the front cylinder. So the back coil, half of it's bad. I can only locate one, and it's an hour drive away from me, the direction I just came from. So I am going to order it. I'm only going to order 1 coil for right now, just because they're not readily available. I may start ordering parts for this then. I just want to make sure that this thing's going to run good before I decide to throw a bunch of money at it. I probably ought to pull that first spark plug too and see what it looks like. I'll probably just clean it off and put it back in. But I'm going to get that back coil, get some keys made. Also, I need to get this PVC fitting here because it's cracked and they had duct tape holding this in. So I need to get this PVC fitting here to fit inside of there. And then, yeah, then we'll get back to it. Just go back from the hardware store. Now I have 3 cut keys. The one they cut, which is the other program one, I think they could have took some more off of it. I might have to go back down to the hardware store and have them shave it some. It just looks like they didn't take enough off this one, but I can take it back down tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to have to. This one's not programmed. Yeah, it would not start the car because it's not programmed. But they did do a good job on this one. So I'm going to program this key right now. Got to look it up real quick. And then I will show you guys how to program a Lexus key. Well, I'd show you how to do it, but I haven't successfully got it to work. So I don't know which one. Maybe the key that they cut wrong is considered the master key. I don't know. I would figure they're both master keys, but I don't honestly know. So I guess we'll have to tomorrow get this one cut the rest of the way, and hopefully it'll work then, and we'll try it with this key. If it doesn't work then I have no clue what to tell you guys. I really don't. Well, now will you look at that. It has brand new Bosch Iridium plugs in it. That coil doesn't look old either. I'm wondering if they didn't get a defective coil. Like I said, it works on the one that comes right off the coil pack, but I'm getting nothing out of the contact that runs to the front spark plug. And the wires don't look that old either. So I'm thinking we had a defective coil pack in here, and I think once I get a new one in, we'll be good to go. Alright, so I'm going to ride there on my motorcycle to get this part. I got a cell phone mount here so I can put my GPS on, because I don't exactly know which location it is, and hit the road. It's 6 o'clock. We back. Anyways, I'm gonna cancel my order for the CarQuest ignition coil that I ordered. And I ordered the cheapest one. It's Inner Motors, something like that, whatever. Advanced Auto and CarQuest are kind of like the same place. So that's why I was assuming it was still open, but I called my local Advanced Auto and did get it ordered. I checked it. Riley's, Napa, AutoZone, all the Advanced, all the places, because they got a lot more stores up there. None of them had that coil. There is one Denso coil in Pittsburgh, and it's more money, but it's OEM. That's what comes on them from the factory. So I did order that, and it's supposed to be in my local store at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we're going to continue this episode tomorrow morning. Alright, so we ran to the parts store, grabbed ourselves a Denso coil for this. Came from Pittsburgh. It's the only place that had one. Let's see the difference in these. Well, first off, it's marked Denso. Let me get it out of the package. Who does it better? Okay, so this one's marked Denso. It has part numbers all over it. Uses a different type of silicone there. You can tell this one's better made than this one. This is probably the Inner Motors. There's a part number on it, but that's it. I'm hoping that this will work, so I'm going to throw this in real quick and we'll fire it up and see what happens. Now it sounds kind of good, but I believe we have an exhaust leak right down past the cat somewhere. So I want to take it out and drive it regardless. I'm just going to leave the cover off and just set it off to the side. But yes, that was it. For some reason, half of that coil was bad. Man, that sounds great. Alright, well, let's take it out for a spin. I've also just confirmed that everything works on this thing. The AC blows cold, climate control works, power seats, everything. I did find a tear on the driver's seat. I didn't notice it first, but you know, whatever. She's smoking pretty good because all the buildup of raw fuel in the one side. You can see the passenger side here. That's probably which bank this one comes from here. There's the first cylinder there. We'll have to keep an eye on coolant. As of right now, let me see where we're at in the tank. Might have to add a little bit. I don't see it dripping, but now that she's cycled, she probably needed a little bit more in her. Now I'm rolling with the AC on. Got a sway bar clunk. We need an alignment, which is not bad. It's just not straight. I want to get all that stuff done when I take it out to get it inspected. But let's turn the AC off and see what she can do here. I'm going like, I don't know, 20. So it's not a powerhouse, but it runs pretty decent actually. Oh man, we need some tires. Oh, we need some tires. Not bad though. Kind of happy with it so far. Could have been better. But these tires are junk, so I did what I could. This thing has lots of creaks and rattles I need to look into. It all seems like suspension. I don't hear anything mechanical clunking like diff or transmission. They all seem to be pretty solid. The steering is off, I believe. I'm just guessing. I wouldn't think somebody had been driving it with the steering off, so I'm assuming that forklift bent one of the tie rod arms. So we'll look into that and everything on the next episode. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So if you like my little Bernie, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing. None of you dislikers have donated that Turbski that I wanted yet. So the offer's still on the table. And as always, we'll see you on the next episode.